Today, we are just going to do a really simple and accessible meditation. So, I know that for a lot of folks, meditating seems like something very intimidating, very inaccessible. And so, what I'll say before we get started today is that your brain, your mind is never going to stop thinking. That's what it's meant to do. It's supposed to think, it's supposed to check in, it's supposed to be aware of what you're doing and where you're doing it. So before we start any of this today, I want you to get it out of your head that you are going to clear your mind and have some kind of crazy moment of, enlightenment or bliss, okay? So set realistic expectations. What we're doing today is a body scan, which is one of my favorite types of meditations because it gives my mind something to focus on as I kind of go through this today. So to get started, I want you to find either a comfortable seat. If you're comfortable seated, maybe it's cross-legged, maybe you're in a chair, maybe you decide you want to come onto your back for this one. Soles of feet to the mat, knees towards the ceiling, but I want you to find a comfortable position in your body first so that you don't feel like you need to fidget or adjust. Give yourself one less thing to think about. I know for myself, that's being on my back. So if that's where you need to come, I want you to come there now. And you take a second to get settled in. Now, if you're sitting, I want you to feel your sits bones root down either into your chair or into whatever surface that you're sitting on. Let your palms rest in your lap, face down. If face up is more comfortable, you're welcome to face up. And then you can close your eyes or keep your eyes open, but I want you to keep all that length through the spine. Nice long spine to lift. Maybe the eyes are closed. And you'll take a full breath in through your nose. And a long breath out through your mouth. Do that 2 more times, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Last one, deepest breath in. And then I want you to notice how it feels to hold it at the top of your breath. Open your mouth, release. And then you take a second here just to become generally aware of your body. And when you think, which you will almost every single time, I want you to label it as thinking, and then notice your next exhale. So the exhale is where you really let go. And so as you sit here for a moment, just noticing, labeling your thoughts as thoughts, and then letting them drift off on an exhale. Before we get started with the body scan, I want you to make any adjustments if you feel like you could be like 10% more comfortable. Just make some adjustments, some fidgets. Label thoughts as they are. Let it go on an exhale. Knowing that there will be distractions, sounds, smells. You welcome all that in as part of your experience. It's all happening in this present moment. I want you to start to bring your attention and awareness to your feet. Noticing each toe on each foot. Becoming aware of the sensation in your feet. Feeling the arches of your feet. Your heels. The tops of your feet. Moving into your ankles. Again, you don't have to label any sensation as good or bad, as right or wrong. You just bring that awareness to your feet. Label thoughts as they come, and let it go on an exhale. And you continue up the body, attention and awareness to your ankles. Focus on your shins, on the fronts of your legs. Bringing attention to the calves on the backs of your legs. You might even notice tingling or warmth in these areas of the body as you make your way up through the skin. Taking your attention to your kneecaps. Maybe even becoming aware of the space behind the knees. Letting thoughts arise and dismissing them on the exhale. Notice your quad muscles, the set of 4 big muscles in the fronts of your legs. If you feel any clenching in this area, you give yourself permission to let go. The same with your 3 hamstrings and the backs of your legs. Almost like you could feel the muscles turn to jello around your bones. Letting go of control. Letting go on an exhale. Dismissing thoughts. Working to stay present. Bringing awareness to your hips. The space where the top of your leg meets the hip socket. Your whole pelvis steady in your chair on the ground. Relaxing your glute muscles underneath your sits bones. Noticing if you're feeling any tension there, you can let that go. Again, softening on the breath out. The breath out is the release. It's where you move on to the next thing, constantly ending and beginning again. And you just let that cycle continue. Maybe noticing a release through the low back, all the way from your tailbone, wrapping around to the front of your belly where your belly button sits. And as focus lands and rests on the belly, maybe you notice how that expands on a breath in and softens on a breath out. Beginning and ending, breath after breath, moment after moment. And even if you need to remind yourself to come back to what you're doing every other breath cycle, know that you're in good company. You feel your awareness migrate up into the middle back. Maybe supported on the mat. Maybe you notice you've slouched forward a little bit, so you sit up tall, bringing some integrity to the spine. The second you bring that integrity, you notice the strength that's there, even in stillness. And as you draw your attention to your upper back, you feel your shoulders soften either into the ground beneath you or down the back. Nothing forced, just a natural release through the shoulders. Attention from your shoulders shifts into your chest. Again, noticing the breath as it moves, as your chest rises and falls. seeing what types of sensations are here. It might even be stress. It might be warmth and happiness. No right or wrong, just noticing. Before you let your awareness start to draw down your arms, feeling your tricep and bicep relax, your elbows and your elbow creases, forearms, and your hands start to feel really heavy on the ground or in your lap. Becoming aware of each fingertip, where it sits. See if you can feel that weight on your next breath out. Let it cradle you where you are. Let it be comforting. Know that you're in good positioning and that you're safe. You're secure. And you're loved. As you bring awareness to the throat, I want you to swallow, releasing any tension that you might be holding there. Letting go of any strain in the back of your neck. And then as you move your attention up to your jaw, you open and close the mouth, maybe even keeping the lips parted slightly, to encourage the entire face to relax. Your nose, your forehead, and the space between your brows. Feeling the back of your head supported by your spine or the ground beneath you. You can notice your eyes getting heavy in their sockets. Knowing that there's no need to exert any effort or any energy. Your body, your breath naturally ends and begins again. We fear the end of things, so try not to get hung up on that. Not seeing it as the end, but rather an opportunity to begin again. You look the end straight in the eyes. Know that you're okay. And with your next breath in, you feel your entire body awaken. Open your mouth, exhale evenly. Let go. Do that again. Inhale through the nose. Maybe start to wiggle your fingers and your toes as awareness comes back to your body. Even exhale through the mouth. One more time, fullest breath in. Notice how it feels to pause right at the end of the inhale. Know that there's nothing for you to hold on to here. And as you exhale, you let go. Bring your thumb to your pointer finger. Thumb to your middle finger. Thumb to your index finger. And thumb to your pinky finger. If you're on the ground, on your next breath in, take a full body stretch. If you're seated, just reach your arms up overhead. Maybe you blink your eyes open, roll out through the wrists. And then let your arms come down by your sides. If you're on the ground, your knees can hug in towards your chest. You take your time finding your way back to a seat if you're not already there. And then you take a moment to kind of come to here. Just to become aware of how your body feels after taking this time for yourself. And then you get to go forward through the rest of your day, letting everything begin and end again and again and again, with each moment a new opportunity to keep going. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. As my cat starts to scratch the ground beneath the camera. If you have any questions, let me know. I will get this on YouTube. Hoping that you couldn't hear Ian screaming upstairs. He gets very enthusiastic when he tutors or talks to students, and his yelling voice comes in. So all I could hear was him up there. But thank you guys for joining me. I hope that felt good for you. Yeah, stay tuned. I'm here every Wednesday at noon with some new yoga or meditation technique. So have a good one.